Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy, DJ J Steezy.
And your Diaz favorite DJ, DJ Jedi.
And as you already know, this is the Last Doe podcast.
Shut up.
Oh, really?
Really? Oh, man. I'm just kidding, guys.
Yeah, today's special guest on the Last Doe podcast, we got Akedemik.
What's up? How's it going?
What's up, man?
You know what it is. Just out here creating. You know what it is. Just
Right.
nonstop.
Yeah, it's funny stories. My son, right? I said, well, I go tell him you jump on the podcast, you know? And he's like, and then he comes home from school one day, he goes, Daddy, I told him, he goes, now the ball's on your court. And I was like, all right, cool, you know? But finally we got you guys got on the podcast, man. It's,
Yeah.
you know, finally you guys are here.
Yeah. No, we're here. We're here. We're
Yeah,
definitely
man.
here.
So, starting off with Akedemik, your style, man, your style of producing.
For those that don't know,
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. For those that don't know who you are, let's properly introduce yourselves. You know, go ahead and let our audience know.
All right. No. Yeah. My name's Jacob Amadon, but I go by Akedemik. That's my producer name. Been making music for about 5 years, maybe, but not really seriously till about maybe two and a half ago. Like I really felt that like I found it, and then it's only been I can say like I've been really making music for maybe like 2 years. Yeah, and it hasn't been too long, but no, I mean it's something that I've always wanted to do. Like high school, like even I bought my first hip hop tape when I was in 3rd grade. Like
Damn.
like for real, it was Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style. Like that was my first tape that I bought.
They sold it to you?
Damn.
At Lou Lang's.
Shout out to Lou Lang.
At Lou Lang's, yeah. I mean,
I had to steal one. No, I'm just kidding.
you gotta go buy them at Walmart, the edited versions at Walmart.
Oh, I hated that. I didn't Kmart.
Remember that?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was more convenient, but for sure it was like,
Yeah.
there's no bad words in it. It's not. That's not
not
cool.
the same.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, ever since like 3rd grade, like I knew like hip hop. I loved hip hop. Like that was my thing. And then like I was telling him the other night, I wanted to do like to me scratching and mixing like that sounded really cool to me. That just stood out to me, and that didn't happen. I just started making beats. This dude over here started rapping, and I was thinking like maybe I can get into it too a little bit, and yeah, it's just history from there. I mean, it's always been music. It's always been music.
Right.
That's dope because, like, I guess we had cross paths on social media, and I was like, cool. But I never really jumped on the page to see who it was. And I was like, oh, shit, I went to school with this guy. And I was like, he's making beats. Fuck, I wonder how long he's been making beats. It's like, but then I remember back in the day, too, it's like when I started rapping, I didn't tell nobody. It was like fucking 3-4 years later. Like,
Right.
so I was like, oh, man, if he's putting this shit out now, like, I have a feeling like this fool's dope. And, yeah, he's dope, dude.
And Rito, how'd you jump into the picture, man?
Years before, you know what I mean? Like, I'm 22 right now. I started when I was like 15 in the beginning. Like when I turned 15, I was like, you know, it was the emotional aspect of rap. You know, he's a fan. He's a fan. I'm a fan too. But like when I listened to like rap at the time, it was like a lot of like Eminem and stuff, and it really made me like emotionally invested into it. So you know, I just needed an outlet really. So I just started writing. You know, I love. You know, as much as the performance is good, the writing is beautiful. So yeah, I just started writing, and then you know, I was like, hey, what do you think? You know, a bunch of trash tracks back then. And I was just like, hey, you know, like not all of them. You know,
That was nice.
He saw some good vision. You know what I mean? And you know, he started practicing his beats, and yeah, it just kind of started merging together after a while. But it took a minute before that. You know, like it wasn't like. You know, he had to go his own path for a bit, and you know, I was like,
But how do you guys know each other?
For those who don't know,
Right. Okay, that's what I'm going at.
he's my uncle. All right, so you know, I've known him basically my whole life. So Yeah, there's.
I've been around since he was 1 year old.
Yeah, 1 year old.
1 year old.
Yeah.
I've been around. I've been in the family since he was 1 year old. So it's been a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
And what got you into hip hop, man?
You know, just listening to like, sometimes when he'd bump a track when I was a kid, or my dad in the back, or when I'm in the back seat, you know, he would bump in like Kanye West, Heartless, 808s type vibe.
Jeez.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'd listen to it and I'll be like, you know, some of these tracks, you know, they stuck with me over a while, and little by little, he'd give me like my first iPod, like, you know what I mean? That I like, and it was just filled with like Eminem songs. So you already know, like I was just diving into it. And
That's all he
it
wanted to
was-
listen to was Eminem back then. Like,
back
that's
then,
all
yeah.
he wanted to listen to was Eminem.
Yeah, it was an addiction, really. But
Yeah.
Damn. Back to what I was saying, you know, listening to your tracks, I was like, you gave me, like, right when I started, like, you know, going through your stuff, and I was like, man, this shit's sick, this shit's fire. I was like, you gave me Alchemist vibes, man.
That's
You know, is that an inspiration to you?
that's number one right
Oh,
there. That's
damn.
number one right there. Man. I mean, like,
Hit it.
yeah, no, that's. I know it's obvious. It has to be obvious. I'll take these like different paths and like with the beats, and then it always comes back to like that's always my reference. Like, how would he do it, or how would it sound if like he put a spin on it, type thing? Because he was all about like the more grandiose vibes, like the like horns, like build-ups and stuff. Like that's what he likes, like very produced. And for me, when I first started getting into it, like that's, you hit the nail on the head, dude. It was Alchemist, like the simple. I love the way he compresses drums. I love the way he makes his drums sound, and even like the drumless tracks. It's like
Right.
it's like I don't know, that was just the thing that I wanted to make. That was who I wanted to imitate, emulate. Like that was it. Like there was other guys for sure that had a closer, I don't know, a closer sound to what I could already do. Like Apollo Brown. Like I love Apollo Brown.
Okay.
His like the crunchy drums, like the hard hitting drums with the like soulful melodies. But as far as like who like as a person, definitely Alchemist as a person.
Yeah, man, it was just like, damn, he just gave me those Alchemist vibes, man. I was
That's
just
cool.
like,
I really appreciate that. That's cool.
You know what I mean? And just then, and I was like, and I told Jed, I was like, I gotta ask him this because that's
cool.
that's the vibe that I get, you know. And that's dope, man. That's dope.
I had like some questions like already kind of like in place, and then it's weird because I got them answered before this interview because it's so crazy that I ended up DJing this past weekend, and I had no idea that it was involved his family,
Right.
and I'm like, I was about to ask, like, you know, your family do music, or how did you get into music? And
Yeah, that's
grandpa, right?
there.
Yeah.
Grandpa got down, bro. Let me tell
Yeah.
you, playing guitar, singing, fucking got down, bro. So,
Right.
and the reason I brought it up too is because there's one of the tracks from Future Sounds, like a talk with an alien, and it says treasure passed down forever long. And
Yeah.
like to me, I was just like, okay, so maybe his pops did music. But no, it's like his grandpa, and then when I
Yeah.
said down, 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 I was just like, oh shit. I wonder how far back does it go, man? That you know of.
Even great grandpa, like he'd have his little, I think he'd have his little posse come around and you know, do music, you know, drinking and whatever. You know, for my grandpa, it's been around forever. You know what I mean? Like, I've just been told stories and stories and stories. You know what I mean? And you know, the people slow as they get older and stuff and perform less or whatever. So it was a really cool night to see him kind of dust off the cape and, you know, pick up the mantle again for that night. It was super cool, you know. So yeah, I mean, it's been a good.
So you guys always had like musicians and people over, like you guys were like the people to hang out with, right? Like, cause
yeah, I mean, technically, yeah, I guess so.
that's
that,
cool,
that
man.
would make sense.
And like we've seen you perform, and like you definitely have a vibe, bro. Like people gravitate towards you, and that's dope, man. That it's one thing to be dope, but to have people actually like want to be around you, that's hard, man. It's
You know,
dope.
like from watching your clips on, from the Dream Center,
Yeah.
it's just like you already have the stage presence, So if you have the stage presence, you have the lyrics, you're meant for this.
Yeah.
You're meant for the stage. You know what I mean? So and the way you present yourself, man, it's cool.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So
yes.
but yeah, actually I stopped by afterwards because I had finished DJing that night, and I went over there, and Jedi was pretty much almost done putting everything away.
Thanks.
Yeah. Right. Hey, I helped you out with the tripod, bro. But he was telling me, he's all Rito performed. I was like, what? And it's just we're big on what you put out in the universe. It'll come to fruition.
Yeah.
And it'll definitely.
I'm there too. I'm there too.
And it's just like.
The stars align, way.
Yeah, pretty much that's what it is. It's like you guys were definitely meant to be on this show.
Yeah.
Because it's just like
Oh.
everything just aligned.
Yeah, for sure.
And it just and so happened to be the weekend before we're getting you on the show.
Yeah.
It's
Dude, it
just
goes
like,
farther than that, man. I was telling him, like, it's a trip because I had my mixer board, like, it doesn't have wheels. I just happened to leave it on, like, a little dolly. And it turned out, like, oh, he brought a guitar. Let's hook up. Dude, it was so easy just to hook him up because it was already on the dolly. I've never left it on the dolly,
Wow.
bro. So now I was
That's
just like,
tight.
and then microphone number 1 was just not working that day. It did not want to work. So that was the closest input. The cord, sorry, this is like some geek shit. Like the cord was like perfect length to the first. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this was meant to be, man. I believe in that. I believe in all of that, man. So
Yeah.
that was fun, man. He did like 3 songs.
Yeah, I did 2 songs. Yeah, I did what I could. I was.
No, I got down, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you.
yeah, man.
Yeah, it
That's
was fun.
dope.
I didn't get to see.
Were you at the bar? Or what
No,
the
I
hell?
went home. I had to go take
okay,
so my
okay.
kids don't
Father
sleep.
duties, father
my kids don't
duties.
sleep, and I had to go put them to bed. And I got back, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I performed."
I didn't even know you had
cool.
stepped out.
That's
like, oh
cool.
shit.
Yeah.
One track that I love that you produced, mid-70s.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Trey Black.
Trey Black, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, man, it's just like, to me, that's a summertime anthem.
It's a jam.
You
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
Just on a summertime cruise,
Mhm.
it's just those vibes, man.
Yeah. No.
And it's just that's what that song is just like, man. This from the lyrics to to your production, everything, man. It's just I love it.
Yeah, it's a real vibe. That one came out really well. And that's, I don't think there's any other way it could be other than like a summer anthem or something like that. Like, and it wasn't meant to be. Like, I just had sent that beat out to him, and that's what his hook turned it into, and that's what I love. Like whatever I come up with, it's always like, what's it gonna turn into?
Right.
Like, once somebody gets on it, like it's completely.
And how do you feel
different.
like that video? Getting all kinds of reactions.
That video was, that was his homie. Shout out Trey Black. Shout out Corey Views. That was the guy who directed the video. I thought they did a great job. He was Trey, while he was doing it, he was sending me like pictures. I'm like, what is this? Like, he's got a dude in a ghost, like a picture of a ghost with the sunglasses on, and I'm like, all right. And then he sent me like a disco ball hanging from a tree. Like, where is this going? Like, and then when I saw the final video, I was like, all right, that's good. Those shots are good.
Yeah, dude. It's like it's kind of far left.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a vibe.
I don't even know how he came up with the concept. I haven't talked to him about it, but it worked.
Yeah, it definitely worked.
worked.
Because it started getting reaction videos too, man, and it's just like, man, I go, that's dope.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, how does that make you feel? Like, man, this video is actually getting reactions to it.
I mean, so the goal is always ears, like, or views, I guess. But for me, it's more like it's ears. Like, I want to get to as many ears as I can with what I'm doing, because I mean, if I'm doing it for myself, which I am, but at the same time, I want to be able to showcase it, and so something like that, like it's nothing but good. Like I don't, it could possibly bring more people to what I'm doing and into what we're doing, because it's like I'm just one half, and with the production, it's kind of like the start, that's the beginning, and then whatever we do, it comes from it. But it's still definitely starts with me, and it's dope. It's totally dope that people are listening to what I'm making, like stuff that I like that I'm making, and people are like, this is cool. It's awesome.
Yeah. So, are you guys ever like in the lab together? Yeah.
I mean,
Not too often.
Not too often?
Not too often. It's just
Yeah.
my schedule with the kids and everything. It's mostly just like, because I text him the most, like, out of anybody. Like,
Yeah.
just always constantly sending him stuff. Like,
just ideas and stuff, just
Whatever.
like
It's always-
little
we're always
concepts or
working.
little like, the process is that, usually he makes the beats on his own, you know what I mean? Like he'll have a phase of certain like 4 beats maybe that he's going through like within a week or two, and he'll just send them to me. And then, from there, I'm the concept guy, I'll start like putting pieces together. I'll start like mad scientist cooking. And then I do all my recording in my room, just in my room, just little mic, little stand. That's all I need, and send it back, and we'll keep sending it back, and like until finally, hopefully, we'll get a finished product. It's been a year since we had a good finished product, but like we're working on something right now. So yeah, it's just
pretty
like
good.
a lot of back and forth for sure.
Now, all the beats his, or do you get some from YouTube? also?
All of them are his. You know what I mean? I don't.
No, with this most recent project we're working on, we do have my homie Joy.
yeah.
My homie Joy. He has what, three beats on there.
He has 3 beats on there, and he just barely started making it for us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's always thinking by himself type of guy with the beats.
Yeah, he's just
But,
happy to make music, and we kind of gave him a little bit of direction, and he's been
he
been
made
cranking out some pretty good sounds.
off the bat. He made one on the tape. You know what I mean? So he's really good.
he
with
actually
it.
has the title track of
Of
the
tape,
album.
so-
Yeah,
Oh shit!
yeah.
I wanted to ask, how was the concept for Gallica and Round Tables? Because I started listening to it, and I went into it like, holy shit! There's like 3 different beats on here.
Yeah.
And it just like, I don't know. Like I wouldn't have been able to fucking connect all of them together. Like
That's
it's
concepts.
just
That's all.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's like your brain's everywhere.
Yeah, dude.
It's
It's
dope,
like,
dude. It's pretty sick.
It's like broken glass pieces and trying to put it together.
Mosaic.
You know,
It's mosaic. That's
yeah.
what it is.
Damn, that's dope. I love that.
Dude.
I love that.
It's nonstop. It's like really like it whispers in my ears, like all the time, just like this, that. It's really a lot. But he'll, especially during that phase, he made like
I think pretty much every one of those tracks was a transition to beat.
Yeah, it was
I
just
think
like transitions.
I was practicing beat transitions, like just switching it up all of a sudden, like.
Because that's a real album, like one that you can just let play, right?
Yeah.
Because like it just falls into the next thing, to the next,
And
and
that's-
that's what I miss, dude. Like out of albums, like I mean, just a hip hop head and shit, like it flows like really.
We're
good,
gonna be
really
incorporating
good.
skits. We're going back
Yeah.
to skits.
We
and we're
miss
just-
all
we're
that
making
too.
albums.
We-
We're making albums. That's not just like
It's-
tracks put together on the same thing. It's like it's concepts, like
Yeah.
fully fleshed out concepts that we go back and forth with like forever until it's finally like, well, this is as good as we can get it.
Yeah.
And there was one track I was trying to hate, like before I even heard it, just because it said Final Frontier, and I'm a Star Wars fan, so I was like, I ain't listening to that shit. But then I played it, and I was just like, oh damn, that's just dope. The line that stuck with me was you want a cut of the money, I just want a little. What was it? I want a cut of my time. And I was just like, fuck, I felt that shit. I was just like, like, I was just like, yeah, I just want space, like fucking just me.
Right.
Yeah.
That props to you, man. That shit that
It's deep. It's deep.
Yeah.
dude, a lot of your shit is like.
And he was like 19 when he
I know what I'm
wrote
saying.
that.
Like, a lot of this shit is like you get as you get older, you progress, and
Yeah, he's
you
had
go
no
through a lot of
experience.
shit. And I'm like, fuck, man, like this is dope,
He
man. I
can
wish
just
I was
write.
this
He
dope.
can write. He can
Yeah,
write.
it's-
Uh-huh.
I just
That's cool, man.
It's just sitting in it a lot of the time, sitting like in a thought or whatever. Especially if you're trying to be like I guess just trying to be a rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In this day and age, I guess you could say, everyone's just everyone's everyone's how they are. You know what I mean? It just makes you really like want to stand in the corner and just think by yourself.
Kinda
Like,
weird.
yeah.
Which you're doing, man, because your style is unique. You're you.
Yeah.
You know, you're not falling into. I was like, oh, you know, like, I think Snoop said it perfectly. It was like, you know, and I think he had 50 on his show, and it's just like, you know, and it's just like,
Oh, the mumble.
yeah,
rap,
you know, and it's true. It's like you hear Method Man, you hear Ghostface, and you can say, "Oh, that's Ghostface." Oh, that's you know. Now it's like, who's that? It sounds like him. It sounds like him.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, and that's what I like about you. You know, and it makes you unique because
Thank you.
that's what makes an artist stand out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you're going against the grain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going against the grain. You know, you have your style, and what's
Ask him.
Sing My Song?
Sing My Song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I you know, I would definitely sing your song, man. You know, it's just
Yeah.
it's just like the title is like, you know, it's just like, what am I gonna listen to?
Yeah.
know?
You don't
because
get,
it's just
yeah,
like
yeah.
sing my song. It's just like, okay, am I gonna sing? Am I gonna rap? You know,
Is it gonna be corny or is it gonna be
Yeah.
like what is the vibe? Like I understand that too. That song came through though. I like that song. That's part of one of our unfinished tapes right now. That's gonna we have stuff so far ahead that like our tape right now that we're gonna release like
Not ready yet.
Yeah, like
we're
we
not
have
even.
tapes that
We're not
are
ready yet.
years in the future plan basically.
Not
like
ready.
that song is part of that, and it's such a special song to me because it came around a time where I was like, you know, as an artist, you want people to sing your fucking song. You know what I mean? Like you know. So there's a lot of frustration that comes with this. It's like, in fact, that's all it is really. Is frustration, right? Like that whole just like, you know, like well,
I can hear a lot of that in the music, man. Like a lot of like,
yeah,
like you're really getting your shit off, man. There's the middle ground.
yeah,
This one, check this bar out,
That's
dude.
a
He's
good
like, sometimes we like to change the wave, never end up on the pavement that was already paved. I was like, that's some like,
right?
it destroyed my brain how many times I had to rewind that shit. I was just like, okay, so we laid out a foundation, but he's like, but don't, you know, it's not, well, it could be shitting on, it's not shitting on, like, you know, but it's like, but because he wants to be him, like,
Right.
yeah.
like, and I was just like, fuck, that shit just, dude, like, I swear, like 30 times, just rewind it. I was just trying to understand it. I was just like, man, those are the bars I live for, dude. Like,
Yeah.
like
Nice.
really going back, and it just,
Like the metaphors and you know, it's
Yes.
just
Where you find something out every time you listen to it. Like,
Yeah.
that's the good stuff.
that shit was hard. Fool. Like you're rapping
you.
like you're fucking like our age, bro. Basically,
Yeah.
Like,
Bro.
you've been doing this
Bro.
like for 40, I don't know how many years. That shit's dope, bro.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Like we appreciate a lot of this, a lot of hip hop.
Yeah.
Fucking we're hip hop heads, and I love lyrics. I love all that.
And you guys are our demographic. Like that's it right there. Like we make music for guys like you. Like
Yeah,
that's who
I
we
love
make
that.
music for. And because I'm a guy like you, like that's what we do. Like that's the music we listen to. That's music we like. We're not making music to make to go along with a fad or to just to get views or something. It's not like it's not what it's about. It's not at all.
The beat you made, Easy Eats.
Uh,
The line he throws on there, we are not the same, but we want the same,
Same things,
I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
shit, something so
It's a chant.
simple is just, man, like
Yeah.
anthem that.
that's
It's
we're
like,
separating
yeah,
ourselves.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
separating us from everybody else.
I was, dude, I started listening to a lot of his beats, fool, and I was like, I started writing. I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
you know, I ain't
go.
gonna lie.
There
I
you
was
go.
like, going through your beats too.
I'm like, oh,
There you go.
There was
shit.
one beat, 24/7.
Okay.
That's a
Okay.
good beat, really good.
Yeah, that one. I was just like, what did I say? I was driving, right? And I was like, 24/7, like a plane in the air.
Yeah.
It says, I have my heads in the clouds, but my wife's telling me I need to put my feet on the ground. You know, it's just like, you know, because it's
Yeah.
just like I'm living in a,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it's like, there's times she goes, you're living in a fantasy world, you know, but it's not that. And I think Like she literally tells me that sometimes,
Yeah.
you know. But I think it's more of we're not the same, you know.
She's not gonna understand it.
Yeah, you know, because we
Not everybody's gonna understand it,
Yeah.
and that's kind of a struggle. Like just like it's not to say like it's not normal, but it kind of isn't. Like the drive to want to just make this, like just do whatever it is, podcasts, make music, whatever it is, like your art. It's hard for people who can't think like that to understand even like the way you think or the process or whatever it is that goes into it. It's not for everybody, and then that's okay. It's cool.
There's a lot of people that can't create. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be like, but they can't. You know what I mean? And that's cool. You know what I mean? And they have other things to look forward to, but
or other skills.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like I don't have skills to like fix a car or anything like that, but I could rap. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what we stick to. That's why we stick to it so hard, because it's not. It's the same thing. Like for me, rap is like writing poetry to some people, or just spoken word, or it's the same feeling where you get it out, and it's important that we do that, especially if you're creative. So don't ignore if you're creative. You should embrace it.
Try it. Like just try it. Like if you have any like inkling to do it, do it. Just try it. Maybe you're gonna like it.
Just take the picture. Like take that picture of the bird flying. Like I don't know, it'd probably be cool on Instagram.
What was the inspiration besides behind the Easy Eats? Because I'm gonna tell you what I heard when I was listening to it.
Go for it.
I was going back, and because of the lines you were saying, man, I was just like, and then like I don't know, for some reason, like 'cause I don't know if it's like the DJ brain, but I was mixing in like I don't want to be a player no more, like.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Like without like fucking doing it, it's like, oh shit, I would have mixed it with this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck, I gotta know, like, what were you thinking? What were you doing? What were, like, I don't know, like, what was going on through your brain at the studio doing that? Like,
Well, that one, if I remember, we're trying to stand out. Everything around him is just easy eats. Like it's easy. Like what he's doing is ahead above everybody else. Like head and shoulders above, really, in my opinion, everybody else that's doing this around here right now. Like I would put him up against anybody.
And we wanted the beat especially to portray that it's like it's just easy. It's just a repeating. You know what I mean? Most of the time, it's nothing. It's not crazy either. You know, it's supposed to be very digestible song. It was around the time where I was doing a performance for Dream Center, South Dream Center, and I just wanted to stand out. That was it. I just wanted to have that song for a bit.
Confidence.
Where it was
it was just showing a little bit of confidence. That's all. Not so much cockiness, but
no, you guys are a great team,
confidence,
man. You guys like definitely like compliment each other, man. And it's crazy because of the age difference, and then just I don't know. It's like you guys mesh like to the T, bro.
Kind of got an old soul, bro. You know?
Think so?
Yeah, and it's but it's it's a compliment, you know, because it's like I said, once again, you're standing out. You're not falling in the same category of these other hip hop artists.
Yeah,
you know, and you're being you.
Yeah,
you know, and it's the uniqueness, man, that brings mixed with the creativity. You know, you putting it out there the way you do. It's like I said, it's dope, man.
Like I've always thought this guy was like artistic. I just didn't know how. Because back in the day, I remember his pops fucking paint all the murals.
Yeah, my dad gets down. My dad gets down.
So I was like, is he gonna draw something for me?
I can't draw for shit. I can't draw.
I was like, there's something there. It's just I don't know. I didn't know.
Man.
No, and I didn't even know either, dude. Like to be honest, like 5 years ago when I first started making beats, like I didn't even know, and I attributed a lot to my dad, like the creative side anyway.
Yeah.
Like just the way I can see things a little similar to him. But I took my own, I'm making music now. He's using his hands to make pictures. I'm making sounds, mixing sounds together. Like
it's crazy. My parents asked me like, "Oh, who you guys interviewing?" I was like, I told them. And then my mom goes, "You know your tia Berta? She goes, used to babysit Jacob when he was a baby."
Berta from Calapat?
Yeah.
Berta and Vincent?
Yes.
Oh, okay, no way.
Yeah, and I was just like, no way. I go, really? And then I was just like,
that's wild.
And then I was just like, you guys went to school together. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
so he's not that much, younger than me, so.
All right.
Yeah, man.
That's cool. I didn't know that, dude.
Yeah. And that's my mom told me, and I was like, really? Just was like, yeah.
Yeah, I remember going to Berta's house. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Small world.
That's
Right?
crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, bro. So, back to the music. I look at your Instagram, and I'm like, who does the artwork for all your stuff, bro?
My stuff?
Yeah, like on, for every single.
Well, I do. I mean, like, I just use like Canva
okay.
or like even further back when I like my earlier ones was like just YouTube videos that I found and just looped on with my beat on it. But yeah, and all the covers, it's all me. Like I just put stuff together. Like I have ideas about like this last one with my last project with Neurosis. I had like a medieval type, like I was thinking medieval. That's why all of the pictures, if you notice, the thumbnails are all medieval like paintings.
Right.
And so that was the idea. Like I just started and I just went with it.
Yeah, because I was just like looking at him, I was like, am I gonna get a history lesson here? Because it's just like I was like, this does give me teacher vibes.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I can't turn it off.
I didn't think about that. Honestly, I didn't think about that. That's true.
and it does, but but putting that artwork to to your beat, it's just like it goes. Like
It's important.
Yeah.
All that shit is important.
it is. And it's just like
I pay attention to details. Like I pay attention to details. Like whatever, it's clothes, music. Like
I love that pin.
Whatever it is.
I love that pin on your cap.
Thank you, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I pay attention to details and
R.I.P.
that's just
Doom.
where
Yeah.
Doom for sure.
Yeah, man.
Just where it comes from. Like I don't know. Like I guess I have a standard, and I just try and meet that standard every time I do anything that I know other people are gonna see. I really try to make it as professional as possible.
Right. Well, I can't wait to see these projects, man. Because like you said, skits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
we're gonna
and
have some skits.
That's what got me into Wu-Tang.
For real.
Mhm. Besides,
Most of the time, like we would be saying the skits more than we'd be rapping the lyrics. Like we know the Chronic, like the
Yeah.
skits in the Chronic they're iconic. Like we know those skits, and they're a huge part of the hip hop that we want to make.
yeah, and yeah, it's true, man. It's just like how, because like Wu-Tang, they're big kung fu fans, and it's just how they incorporated what they love, and into their skits, and yeah, same thing with, from Snoop, Dre, everybody on Death Row, all the skits, man.
The skits.
Yeah, and it's true. It's like, we be saying those skits. Yeah,
Yeah, we're still saying them to this
yeah,
day.
my mom's like, "What'd you say?" but yeah, and I think that's dope that you guys are gonna incorporate that.
Yeah. No, we're gonna figure something out with those skits. Yeah, just something I've always listened to too. You know what I mean? Like I said, I listen to Eminem, and that fool, I love the skits. He had goofy skits. You know what I mean? And yeah, I find skits as like it's just like a good atmosphere setter, and it's a good, like, it brings you into the world of the tape. And that's important for me too. Is like, I'm a world builder. I like making like a scene and a world, and then like in my head, like when I write lyrics, I see like a movie play out instead. You know what I mean? And
That's dope.
that helps me a lot better. You know what I mean? Like for example, this recent tape is very comic book heavy. You know what I mean? I love comic books. I fuck with them. I can't not lie. I read them every day. You know what I mean? I'm on my phone just like, it's a good escape. And I just wanted to I like making tapes off of media that I've seen. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Gallica Roundtables and Final Frontier and all that stuff. That's all, space themed. Like I love the concept of like sci-fi space as well. And shoot, like I want to go crazy with my tapes eventually, like wild, like cowboy shit one day. Like who cares? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
stuff that's that's easy to digest, but like, you know, you could do some good visuals, and there's a lot of ideas, you know what I mean? And I want to be able to like just be the superhero that I see myself being through the music, you know what I mean? And that's important. It's just being that image, you know what I mean? He helps a lot with just like a simple horn that you add in a beat or whatever can really just like make you feel like some noir, you know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
there's a lot that goes into it that I want to make sure that that my music has, just concept wise. We try our best to keep it close.
All right, so we're gonna have to know your top 5 rappers, and we're gonna have to know your top 5 producers.
Oh man,
Whoever wants to go first.
Okay, your producers list probably easier, no?
it probably is. All right, in no particular order. I got Alchemist for sure. Real Bad Man, another big influence. Apollo Brown, I mentioned that. I like some like kind of off, like not so much like hip hop, but like Blockhead.
Oh, yeah.
I like Blockhead. I like some of the stuff he does, especially like the instrumental stuff. The project he did with Aesop, I thought was amazing. Who else was that? 4. One more. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot.
There's too many.
There's a lot that like. It just depends on what I'm feeling. I don't know. But for sure, those four for sure.
Is there one that made you want
to
to do beats too, or how did that come along?
Well, I didn't really start getting into Alchemist like until I started making beats. Like I was always into more like just hip hop in general, like rappers, I guess. But like Premier, I guess Premier I can say is also up there for sure. Some of the older school, Cook and Soul. But like Premier for sure because of the scratching. Like I said, like that's what I thought I wanted to do was like DJ. And I even bought I bought a Newmark, and I've had it for a couple years, and like I was messing with it for a little while, and it's just not. It's cool to like hear my beats and mix my own beats together. I never like got the program to like get other songs. I would just mix my own stuff together with it, like mess with it like that. But yeah, I mean that's what I thought about what I thought I wanted to do. So yeah, definitely Premiere for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
For sure. I'll go next. Me next. Number 1, I gotta give it to my boy. I'm going top 5 influential. That's how I go for. You know what I mean? I can't do in my life influence. All right. Number 1, M, of course, gotta give it to him. 2, I gotta give it to Lupe Fiasco. Nice. Oh, yes. I love Lupe Fiasco. I listen to him all the time.
Dope. That was dope.
3, I bite heavy off of this fool. I gotta give it a Logic for his concept and for his flows. I have to give it to him. I love his concepts, man. All the time, he's always working on something. I feel like his mind is very similar in the way he thinks with the concepts. Number 4, I'm gonna give it to my boy MF Doom because he was the same way. Like I can't not give it to him. You know what I mean? Every single project was just insane. Throw you for loops every single time with his lyricism. And number 5, I'm gonna give. It's a hard one. I listen to him a lot, but I'll probably give it to Master Ace. I like Master Ace a lot. He's up there because I feel like him and M were like on the same type of vibe at a certain point, especially in the 2000s age or whatever. And it was a fun time, and I like listening to that stuff a lot. It influences my flow a lot. So those are my top.
Well, say, man, your top 5 is not
right.
a normal response for someone your age, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I think it was reincarnated, bro. Honestly, I think
someone.
He's that's what I was about to say. I was like, man, people are gonna be watching this and be like, who's this guy talking about?
People, you know? Right? Like, who are these people?
It's okay. He's AI.
That's funny,
man. Damn, dude.
Yeah,
you.
That's why he's polished, bro. Like honestly, his flow, like so young, but it's polished, bro. Honestly,
it is. It is, man.
Gotta look up to the greats.
You're a student.
Yeah, be a student. Just keep listening over and over 100,000 times.
Now I know a lot of the young generation maybe doesn't know. Like, did you listen to any, or have you heard of any other? How do I want to say it? Artists out here.
Oh, like in the, what do you mean?
Like around your town, like Like in Brawley,
like in the Valley all the
in
time.
Valley.
Yeah, I mean, Dream Center has a good curation of artists right now that they're pushing out. I hear a bunch of artists all the time. You know what I mean? I hear them all. You know what I mean? People that I work with closely right now. People like I'll shout out Jason Pink. I'll shout out Turtle.
Hey.
I'll shout out AJ. Those are just some people that I work with closely, and yeah,
dope.
those are just like 3 artists that I noticed that are just like, yeah.
You got some collaborations in the works, or?
Yeah, dude. Like, I wouldn't say exactly like on tape right now, but we're always talking like, let's do something, and it's just finding that middle ground of meeting that like Jason Pink is very almost pop heavy in a way, you know what I mean? So it's you gotta meet the middle ground with every artist, you know what I mean?
He's got a lot of energy, bro. Like
Yeah,
his performances, like he's just dancing like the whole time. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
We got to get him on too. Like I reached out to him. And then I just happened the same thing. I ended up DJing for his pops, and I didn't know it was him. And
Right on.
I was like, "What's he doing here?" And then he's like, "Hey, you're from the podcast." And I was just like, "Yeah, for sure, man. We're gonna get you on. We're gonna get you back." So shout out Jason Pink, man.
Yeah.
He's dope. He's dope too.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. You guys like collaborating. That's dope, man.
Yeah, their performances they've been putting on, it's really been helping us, just like, not even just like performance-wise, it's another thing, but just like community-wise, you know what I mean? It feels it's really important right now to get all the people together that are making music and whatever, and just start pushing, because one person isn't gonna pop the bubble, you know what I mean? It really isn't. It has to be everyone at once.
Community, man. It's community.
Yeah.
And I gotta see you perform too, bro.
Me?
We gotta get you out there,
I
man.
guess.
Hell yeah. On the beat machine,
Bro,
bro.
you get the SP.
man.
I don't know.
yeah.
Eventually, that's eventually. Like,
No.
I don't think about that right now, but yeah,
But
I
trust
like
me,
it.
once
I
you
like
do it, it's addicting. It is. It's the same. It's basically the same thing as being a DJ, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel you make. How do you say it? You're making that moment. And
Yeah.
it's just like it's a rush.
That's
bro.
tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll love it. You'll love it. We're gonna get him to do it.
Now, how'd you link up with Tony Slums, bro?
Oh yeah, Slums. So Slums, he probably should have been on that list too of my producers, for sure. So when I first started making beats, like that was the guy. Like I mean, he still is the guy. Tony's the guy. Like he's the OG for sure. Always
out.
gonna be up there as one of the pioneers of all of this, and for sure, like he gets his flowers all the time.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, and I tell him too, like his last forest fires, that thing made me. It took me back and made me rethink the way I was making music. So it's like
Shit.
Tony Slums for sure. Yeah, and then I mean I talk to him on social media, on Instagram every now and then, usually mostly random. And then one day he was like, "Come by," and we're like, "Okay, we'll go by." So we went over. During the summer was the first time we went to his pad. I've been trying to get back over there. Like it's like I just can't right now, dude. Like
I hear you.
the kids, it's hard right now. But when he was on my album, I was already talking to him. Like we were already talking and stuff. Like with that album, I didn't meet with any of those people for Articulate Sound. It was all just through communication. That's basically, they send me their stems, I mix them, throw them in with the beat, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But nah, Slums is for sure OG Slums. Shout out Slums,
Hey.
big time.
Yeah, I was like, working with Slums. That's dope.
Yeah.
Dope, man.
And the cool thing about Slums is like he's like open to work with anybody. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like I'm not saying anybody. Maybe he does have his, who he won't want to work with, but he seems very open to let's just see what happens type thing.
I think what it is too is when he sees somebody with a drive, and motivation to do something,
Yeah.
Then that's like, okay, let's work,
Yeah.
and of course that's what it has to take with anything,
It's exciting, like even for us, like to have you guys here. It's like we
Yeah.
get excited too. Like
That's
it's
cool.
It's a trip because we're like we want to see you guys keep doing this. Because
Oh yeah.
back in the day, we used to do this shit too. Like we used to this. We used to sing. I used to rap. Like even it's funny because at the party they were talking about breakdance. Like I used to breakdance. Oh shit! A couple more beers, I would have been out there.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. My brother-in-law was in Breaking Electric Boogaloo, bro. It's just
shit.
like, all these. It's just, we grew up with this flowing through our veins,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just, like I said, we do this, you know, to get you guys on, you know, and give you a different platform to, you know, come out and express what you got and let the people know, you know. That's what it's about. It's about networking, man. You know, like we always said, we need to lift each other up.
Yep.
you
Oh,
know?
for sure. Like
Yeah,
we're a
so-
community that definitely would benefit if everyone was just like, let's all do it together. Like,
Forklift?
Forklift, yeah.
Yeah, we could easily pick them up. You know.
Metaphorically speaking.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad.
But yeah, you know, and plug in your guys' social medias, you know, let the people know, man.
Well, you can find our music always under either my name, Rito, or under Akedemik. All the time.
Akedemik.
Yeah, you can follow our socials, basically the same, _RITO_IV for most of my stuff, you know what I mean? And Akedemik for most of his stuff. We're gonna be dropping a lot soon. We're hoping for a couple, at least 3 to 4 singles by the end of the year, and then beginning of next year, 2024, we're gonna ramp up for a tape release. And that's gonna be, we're just gonna try our best with our drive on that one, huh? We're gonna do our best. And I'm excited for all that. It's gonna be a lot of good music. So you guys are gonna be eating a lot soon.
Hell yeah.
Any visuals for that one?
Visuals being worked on, no. Right now, no. But like, I want a lot of visuals for that. Like, we have to, yeah. Like, we're gonna, like I said, it's a comic book type theme, so we have so much to work with. Superhero type, you know, like.
I'm excited for it, man, because like I
Yeah.
said, you guys think outside the box.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so
try our best.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. Looking forward to it, man, and looking forward to see what 2024 got in store for you guys, man. It's just, you know, yeah, man.
Yeah.
But definitely, once again, man, thank you guys for coming on the podcast, man. We definitely appreciate you guys for coming on. You guys always have a home here, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it too.
And thank you for giving us the time, the platform.
Oh,
Super
yeah,
fun.
man.
Nice
Definitely, man.
conversation.
I'm just glad the times aligned today.
Right?
Right.
It's Thanksgiving break. That's
Yeah.
why.
Awesome. So,
Yeah. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But once again, man, thanks for coming on. And yeah,
Thanks for having us. It's been,
Definitely.
it's been super fun.
All right.
yeah, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching.
But on the freeze I can't. Maybe that's why I need new friends. Not saying I get rid of the old. Some already left cold. Need a heater turned on. So I search for my people on.